Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, I wanted to bring up some very rational questions regarding Ukraine that everybody should be asking. Nothing fancy here, but let's just jump straight into the questions. All right, so why does it matter to a U.S. president if two regions of another country wish to secede? Why is this considered against international law? If Americans are in favor of democracy and right of self-determination, wouldn't it make more sense to be supportive of the people in the Donbass being allowed to secede? If this is what they want, then why would we be against it? You know, they keep on, our president keeps on talking about democracy. Well, here's your democracy. The people want to secede. All right, why are so many average Americans angered about this? Isn't it only because they are being told they should be angry by oligarchic corporate media? Why don't more Americans know anything about Donbass or the Euromaidan or about the Minsk agreement? If the goal of the Ukrainian government is to convince the Donbass people to remain part of Ukraine, why is the response violent military attack? Is there any place, any time in history where violence would convince citizens to be willing occupants of a country? Wouldn't it make far more sense to sit down, have diplomatic discussions, and reach agreements, compromises, which would make all parties content, prosperous, and bring about peaceful coexistence? Even with internal trade, Ukraine has cut off trade with the Donbass region, which is supposedly a rich agricultural region. This leaves Ukraine short of food supplies, meaning they have to import more food. Now, why would you cut off trade with an agricultural region based on political ideology? If Ukraine turns into a conflict zone, what will that do to the country as far as trade and productivity? Won't this drive what industry and trade they have completely away? Even as far as agriculture, war destroys that for decades. Weapons leave unexploded ordnance, destroys infrastructure, and poisons the environment. I have seen people share information about what resources Ukraine has. Yet, what are they doing with those resources besides building weapons to kill their own people? If NATO and the UN have any intention of protecting human life, then why are they not stepping in to separate the two conflicting sides? It's not even like countries in the Middle East. In this case, there is a fairly clear dividing line. The entire alleged reason for the Euromaidan in 2014 was because the then President Yanukovych refused to join the European Union. He assessed that it would be more costly than beneficial to Ukraine. So, why hasn't Ukraine joined the European Union in the 8 years since 2014? If you overthrew your own government, wouldn't you want to take steps to prove that your actions were justified? In 2013, Ukraine had beneficial trade with the Russian Federation. Why did they end that trade agreement? All right, if internal conflict prevents Ukraine from joining the EU, then why would you continue that armed conflict? Why would you keep spending your money and resources while placing your country at ground zero for what could be a massive, destructive international war? I'm sure if you ponder on it, you can come up with many more questions on this subject. The fact is, when you do ask these questions, you find that the establishment narrative on this subject makes absolutely no sense at all. So I'd like to hear your questions about this. Be sure and post them in the comments section because let's turn this into a discussion. Like I said, none of this is making any sense. If you look at it objectively, there is nothing about this that makes any sense. I mean, even compare it to the Middle East, you can't blame religion on it. So, even the ideology is not that clear. So, what is it? What is this all about? When you look at it, then these people in this region don't want to live under far right-wing, neo-Nazi, regime dictatorship. That's what this is all about for the people in Donbass. So what is it really about for the people in the Donbass? And why is our government supporting the neo-Nazi element? All right? Share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you have more questions that apply to this, be sure and post them. All right? If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel and the website. Be sure and sign up at issuesunite.com. And I will talk to you later. Thank you.